Yes, Lisa turned them on.
Okay. All right. Good morning, everyone. If we could please stand for Pledge of Allegiance. We'll start. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everyone. Looks like we're starting out with a healthy agenda today, so bear with us and we'll work through this as fast as we can. All right, we are starting out this morning with some rezoning. So you have 4 different rezones?
Yes and no.
Yes and no. That's awesome
So
answers.
we'll start out with the first two. So the rezoning for own and the rezoning for prime real estate, those both withdrew prior to the commissioners meeting.
So number 1 and number 3
Correct.
are out.
Are out.
Okay, so where does that fall?
So we'll start with, okay, Schmidt. So number 2. So this
So
is,
that one's out.
They're done.
the Schmidt property is on,
So you're saying our agenda just got smaller.
it got smaller. So the Schmidt property is on County Road 600 North. They are, it's actually part of a subdivision, so it's lot 1 of Schmidt's subdivision. It's a 15.82 acre parcel of ground, and they are wanting to rezone it from A1 to A2 so that they could split off the existing house and some acreage and then build another house
It's gonna go like
as
this.
well, so kind of in the back. The plan commission had their meeting, they gave it a favorable recommendation, there wasn't anybody at the meeting in favor or against it.
How did they get to the second house?
They're gonna use that shared driveway,
Yeah.
that existing driveway that goes to the first house. When they do that minor plat, if you guys rezone it,
So,
they'll go through a minor plat process to split this off, and they'll use that shared driveway that's already there to get back to the existing, or to the
And
new
they're gonna-
property.
so when it gets close to the house and they're gonna split another, how much feet is between the property line and the existing house? Right, over here on
Well,
the,
since
would be
it's
on the west
existing,
side?
it's- Yes, it would be on the west side in a driveway. There's no requirements on how far that has to be from the property line.
Okay.
We always suggest that they leave enough room between the property line and the driveway to be able to get a lawnmower through there without encroaching on the neighbor's property. So we encourage 1 to 2 feet from that property line.
Is there anyone here to represent them? No?
But
So,
the minor
so is
plat
this,
process, all of that process comes after the rezoning, so that's something that the tech review
okay,
committee looks
so
at.
we're just on step
We're
1.
just doing on, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, because my first question is, I'm assuming they want to build a house behind, because there's only one place to build a house is behind the existing house.
Exactly, yes.
And I'm assuming they probably want it for a family member,
It is.
but for 20 years from now, when there's, then how's that gonna work? How do you sell that
So,
off?
How you sell that off is because it's a minor plat that, or will be a minor plat, the driveway shows as an easement that runs with both the properties, and it's going to be on the plat to show that it is that shared driveway or easement to get out there, so that it can never be blocked off.
Yeah, because it looks to me like an unsellable
It
property.
looks that way on paper.
Okay, it looks that way on paper, okay. All right. Is there, Tom, Andy, you have questions?
No, just like Lisa said in our meeting the other night, we approved it, so, the planning commission.
Okay, and you said there was nobody there.
Nope.
No.
Is there anybody here today that wants to speak about it? No? Okay. All right, with that said, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion to approve. Where's the legal number? I gotta read it. Oh, is this it?
Yeah, it'll be 2025.
Right. I approve and make the motion to approve 2025-36-7, which,
It will be 2025
Dash 8.
eight
Dash 18?
18
Where
dash
that's-
1.
There.
Okay.
Right on.
It's not on there because I didn't know what order it would be in, so I didn't want to put the number on there.
Oh, okay. I second.
All right. Commissioner Beck makes the motion to approve the Robert Schmitz ordinance 2025-8-18-1 to rezone from A1 to A2, and then they will have to come back for everything else, correct?
Sign this one.
And Mr.
Yes.
Helmer seconds that, and we'll make that unanimous. So the two that withdrew, are they coming back to, or who knows?
So the OMS,
Is there, what's the, I guess the reasoning?
so for OMS, they actually withdrew at the plant commission meeting. So, where's the first page? So they withdrew at the plant commission meeting because what they found out was that when their property was originally sold, it was sold from the Nature Conservancy. And there was a notice on the original deed that said it could never be split. So OMS was wanting to rezone it so they could split it, so they could build a second home.
Yep.
But because that statement was on there, they can't do that. But then they came into my office and we talked about their other options that they had. And since the new UDO was passed, they have that option to do an accessory dwelling if it meets certain criteria. So we walked them through that process and that's the way they're gonna go. So they
Okay.
don't have to split it, they don't have to do that, so they withdrew that.
Okay.
Prime Real Estate, they withdrew their petition after the plan commission meeting. The plan commission gave it an unfavorable recommendation. They came in and talked to me about their options. And the UDO has a 10-acre, 250 feet of road frontage exemption, which says you don't have to go through rezoning or plating. You can sell off 10 acres and 250 feet at any time without going through plan commission or anything.
Right.
So that is the route that they're looking at and seeing what they can do with that. So they're talking to a surveyor and trying to figure out all of that to sell off that 30 acres that they were originally planning on subdividing. So they withdrew that petition.
Because the way that land sets, they can, they don't even have to.
They don't have to do anything. So they're gonna split off the 30 acres like they originally planned,
Yeah.
and then they're gonna do
Okay.
probably 10 acres from that, but that's
Okay.
the conversation that they're working on, so,
All right. Travis Grimes. It looks like we have one for Travis Grimes
yes. This one
and
is
Jordan Nollert.
Jordan
Nowert.
This one is on County Road 275 North. And what they're wanting to do again is rezone it from A1 to A2. The front portion of this property that fronts along the county road is in a floodplain, so they can't build there. It's only good for crops. The remaining portion is fully wooded, and they don't do any crops there, so they wanted to split that off to build a house on, and then Mr. Grimes will keep that front part and remain farming that. The plan commission gave it a favorable recommendation, and there wasn't anyone at the meeting in opposition or opposed or in favor of that one.
And so how
He's gonna build
do you put a driveway through a floodplain?
well,
You can put a driveway through a floodplain, but very carefully, and that's.
Very.
he wants to,
They'll probably have to build it up a little bit. It's probably gonna flood. There's gonna have to be culverts. They're gonna have to.
Yeah,
go to
because
the
that,
highway
where
department.
that's at, that floods constantly, doesn't
oh
it?
yeah, Wildwood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that floods
Yeah.
constantly.
There's several
But-
driveways that are in floodplains
Yeah.
throughout the
No,
county, so
okay.
it's doable.
It's no different than any of the
It's
others.
just gonna take a lot of, probably a little bit more engineering and figuring out on that one.
Okay.
but
Cause
that
he
goes
wants
the
to,
highway department for
he wants to
approval.
build his house up on the hill in the woods.
In the back in the
So
woods.
he wants to start his driveway right here at the edge of the property line and take it to the top.
Okay.
Then Travis is keeping that little bottom field down there.
So can you, if they split that off, what they split off, will
what
be
is
the
split off
floodplain.
will be in the floodplain, and
So
there will be
can
no
you
minor-
can you split off and have an entire
Mhm.
property
Yeah.
that's,
We can still do a two-lot minor plat. There will just be a note on that plat that that portion is non-buildable because it's in a floodplain.
Yeah.
So there'll be an area that's completely restricted that can't be built in because that's the flood.
this is just a curious
Way.
question for me, not, but why would you want to split it off? Why does it matter? Why wouldn't you just keep it as one versus splitting?
Because they're selling that back portion to somebody else.
They're not building the
They're
house.
not
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
Grimes is not
okay.
building a house.
Now it is, his
Jordan
son,
is.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's his son-in-law.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, understood now. I was thinking, I'm like, what, anyway, that makes way more sense now, thank you. So, I'm just a few paragraphs behind today, most of my life. All right, any other questions then, since yes, ma'am, yeah. Just state,
I'm Janice Fry, I live
Perfect.
at Roachdale. I do own a property that's next to Brick Chapel. And the UDO says you can buy 10 acres of land and build a house on it. And I understand that that's an effort to try to keep people from developing a subdivision with 2 or 3 acres at a time. However, if somebody buys 10 acres and they build a house on it, I understand they can't keep it up. It takes a lot of money and a lot of time to maintain 10 acres. And, I mean, we've had this, a property next to ours. The people are wonderful. We love our neighbors, but it's a total woods behind them and it's a weed patch and they cannot keep it up. And I don't know what the solution is, but to restrict people to have to buy 10 acres to build a house is not saving farmland, nor is it a really good plan. The good plan would be, okay, you want a small lot, build next to the city and have a small lot, but I realize that's not what they want to do, but I think that, it's short-sighted to think, well, if we make them buy 10 acres and build a house, it's all gonna be great. Well, it's not all that great. And it's in the UDO that they have to buy 10 acres to build a house, and that's just my comment.
in certain pieces, yes,
Yes.
ma'am, yes, ma'am.
So the 10 acres and 250 feet of road frontage, that is so that they're exempt from having to come before a board to get permission to split off their land. That doesn't mean they have to split off 10 acres to build a house. Your minimum acreage to split off is 1. So if they have 30 acres or 20 acres or whatever, they could do a minor plat without having to do any rezoning, A1 or A2. They can split off 1 acre and somebody can build a house on that 1 acre. The 10 acres just means they didn't have to plat it. If they want to do anything less than 10 acres, it goes before a board for approval on splitting that off. So it's a minor plat. In an A1 or A2 district, you can split 4 times. That's it. And those 4 times could be anywhere from 1 acre to 10 acres to more, depending on how many acres you have and what you're wanting to split off. So the 10 acres is just exempting them from going before a board for permission. Anything less than that requires a tech review meeting and approval for that. Does that help answer your question?
Not really.
I don't know how else to explain it.
Well, so if what you're saying is, if you have, say, this 30-acre one, going back to it, the one that we threw, and they want to sell that off, their first step is to divide it out into 10-acre tracts?
No, they
And-
can sell 30 acres. So the original tract was 129 acres. What they're wanting to do is sell off 30 acres of that. So that 30 acres is exempt. It just takes a survey and a legal description of the 30 acres to sell that off to somebody else.
Understood, but I think I'm on the same path as you of thought process of getting to the, so you're saying you have to divide it to 10 and then you can divide it out 4 more times? So it's just a one step,
No,
but
I'm saying-
dividing the 30 into 10 doesn't require coming in front of a board, right?
They
So
could
you can
still
do
take
that.
They can do that all day long if they had the acreage to do it. If they wanted to do anything less than 10 acres, it would require a minor plat.
Right, but I think where Mrs. Fry is going there is, it gives them a free loophole to jump through step number 1,
Yes.
to
but when we
automatically go to
did-
10 acres first.
When
and-
we did the UDO, that
understood.
without having to go through any
Yep,
of that
yep.
process.
I
So
remember
that
those
was
and-
in all of those,
Yep,
those public meetings
I
that
remember
we
all
had,
that, yep.
And there wasn't anybody that was against doing that. So that's why that's in the UDO.
But
It doesn't mean it can't be changed. It
no,
just takes additional
well, I'm
public
just,
meetings
and
to
we
do
knew
it.
when we put all these UDOs that we would come across things that didn't fit exactly for this county that may need some
Well, the biggest,
massaging or
in that
whatever.
meeting the other night, the biggest drawback to him was,
Yeah.
the person who was petitioning to do this was, when he found out if he had 3-acre plots, then people couldn't have livestock or animals on those 3 acres. So,
Because he was rezoning it to residential.
mhm.
So
Okay.
So farm animals aren't allowed.
Right,
in
on a
the
residential
district.
lot.
If
Yeah.
he didn't rezone it, and he kept it as
Yeah.
I believe what it was, he could still split off 3 acres and doing a minor plat with just 3 acres
Yeah,
and still
Okay.
be able to have livestock.
All right.
So a lot of it has to do with what the use of the ground is going to be, whether that person wants those 10 acres because they want to have a mini farm, or if they want less than that. So
all right.
there's rules in place to help everybody. It's not
Circle,
gonna be
circle back around to Mr. Grimes.
Mr. Grimes.
All right. Does anybody here have anything to say about Mr. Grimes' request for his rezone? All right. Anybody, or Andy, Tom, have any more questions?
I don't.
All right. With that said, then I will make the motion that we reclassify this from A1 to A2. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Mr. Helmer
Unanimous.
seconds it. So 2025-8-18-2, correct?
Yes.
Christina? Yep. Okay. Andy made that unanimous, correct?
Yep.
There you go. Okay, Lisa, you're also on here for a rezone?
Actually, those were.
It's one and the same.
Okay, they're all the same.
But I
Okay,
am on here for another reason.
Yeah.
what you got?
You guys still have 2 BZA appointments to make.
Two?
One of the BZA appointments has to be somebody from the Plan Commission membership.
Yep.
The other BZA appointment is an at-large member.
Okay, who currently sits on the BZA right now?
Kevin Scobie, who was appointed by the Plan Commission from the Plan, to the BZA, from the Plan Commission's membership.
The school board, wasn't it?
The school board appointed him to the Plan Commission, the Plan Commission appointed him to the BZA.
Okay,
Laura Scott, which, the commissioners appointed earlier this year.
okay,
Raymond McLeod, who was appointed by the town of Rochdale.
I thought he said planning commission.
He wanted to know who was on the BZA,
Oh, okay.
right?
Rick, did you say planning commission?
no,
or
BZA.
Okay.
Yeah, BZA. I was curious who's on the BZA. Sorry, I was writing.
That's okay.
All right.
And Terry Dorset, who was appointed by the town of Cloverdale. Is that 4?
That's 4.
So.
You said we had 2, that's where I'm questioning.
Yeah, well,
Because we already appointed one, Laura Scott.
Mm-hmm.
okay. So there is only one. My bad, sorry. Just the one from the Plan Commission. Sorry.
Okay,
I forgot you had already appointed Laura Scott until just now, so I apologize. There's just one.
so who currently sits in that 5th spot right now on the BZA?
Currently, there's either Randy B. or Ron Sutherland.
What does either mean? There's only 5 members to a
There's only
BZA.
5 members to BZA. Ron's appointment was the only one that was actually up at the end of the year, but you guys haven't done anything with him.
Okay.
Randy B. was the other Plan Commission member that served on the BZA, but he is no longer on the Plan Commission. So that's why those 2 are kind of floating around. That's why I thought there was 2.
Okay.
We've just not been operating with a full, to make it simple, there's
Well, it
not
sounds
been a
like we've
full.
been operating with 6 people on the BZA.
No, we've only been operating with 4, but
Okay, so who's not been showing up? if we have Dorset, McLeod, Scott, and Scobie,
Well, two or three
and
of those only,
Sutherland and B.
two or three of those only have been appointed as of like a month ago.
Right.
Like,
Dorset was just appointed, last month, so his first meeting was.
and Raymond used to be on, Raymond was on it before via another appointment, but then Rochdale just appointed him probably in June or July. I mean, that's what I said, there's,
Right. Yeah. So,
Okay.
Raymond was appointed in June by the town of Rochdale. He was already serving on the BZA. He was one of your appointments that his term wasn't up, but since the town of Rochdale got an appointment, they appointed him
They
as
chose
their
him.
representative, yes. Again, Randy was on the BZA because he was also on the Plan Commission, but he was not reappointed to the Plan Commission, so he technically cannot serve on the BZA unless you reappoint him as your at-large member, or, well, no, he's not on the BZA or Plan Commission, so
But we gotta appoint
you
somebody
gotta
from,
appoint somebody from the Plan Commission to
All right.
the BZA.
To make this way more complicated, let's leave the BZA for a second,
Okay,
and let's come over to the Plan Commission.
okay,
All right?
all right,
Your
So-
mic's not working.
What's not working?
my mic's
Her
not
mic.
working when it's on.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to use the
Steal
phone?
another one.
Quality equipment we have purchased, thank you.
How about now?
That's what we're at. We're
Okay.
gonna do
I got an email
Google
saying that they
reviews here
couldn't
later
hear
on
you.
today. That's what we're gonna do. Get some
I
Google
planned it
reviews
that way.
going.
I'm just kidding.
All right. So-
Okay, so to the Plan Commission.
All right. We have to appoint, I mean the commissioners, have to appoint somebody from the Plan Commission to be on the BZA, correct?
somebody that's already on the Plan Commission.
Yes.
That needs to go to BZA. The
Right.
reason why this has caused
Right.
some issues is because there was nobody eligible.
Correct.
Because they were all elected
Or
officials.
appointed, or, so
Yeah.
we had no options to
So-
appoint the BZA.
County Council met here recently,
Yes,
and Jay Alcorn, basically, he was the council's previous, because like Commissioner Beck is one of your appointees too. It doesn't have to be somebody from your
correct.
body.
But we chose that.
You've
We
always
chose
done
it
that just so
way.
you kind of have a
Yes.
liaison. So
Yep.
what happened was Jay stepped back so that he realized our problem in that we could not seat a full BZA based on the current circumstances. So Jay withdrew himself being the appointee to the Plan Commission, and then this is what, last week, 2 weeks ago, they appointed Kate Skirvin. So that is their appointee to the Plan Commission. So that leaves the people that are eligible, to be appointed has changed
It leaves us one option,
right.
here.
correct?
Yes.
We have one option to appoint from the Plan Commission to the BZA. Where I'm frustrated and confused is we already have 2 people on the BZA. So we're kicking 2 people off the BZA to insert 1.
You're technically kicking one off the BZA, and that would either,
I understand, but there's currently 2 people that's been,
You're right.
Right, well, there's actually
I'm just saying.
there's actually 3, because Raymond was an appointee previously as well, that we took some names to those other appointing agencies and said.
This is just
these-
a very frustrating process.
No, it's the initial time we've gone through this because we changed all of our,
Okay.
the municipalities decided to opt in on our zoning, our UDO. That changed the way that everything,
Understood. I get all that. So anyway, to keep this from going till 2 o'clock this afternoon, because we all have lives. So what you're telling us is, in this whole convoluted thing, we need to appoint Kate Skirvin from the Plan Commission to the BZA, because that
Yes.
is basically the option that we have. Correct?
correct.
Okay, all right. Everybody on the same page? So we need a motion for that? Mr. Helmer makes the motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Mr. Beck makes a second, and I'll make it unanimous. So we need to send a letter or a notice or something to Mr. B and Mr. Sutherland, telling them that they are no longer on. And so currently now our BZA is set for this year for Kevin Scobie, Laura Scott, Raymond McLeod, I don't remember Mr. Dorsett's first name,
Terry.
Terry Dorsett, and Kate Skirvin, correct?
Yes.
How long's our terms?
How long are their, Tom asked how long their terms were.
4 years.
4 years, okay.
Okay.
Because see,
Are they all just starting a 4-year term? I hope not, because that means everybody changes in 1 year, at one,
No,
The
it's kind
same.
of staggered.
Well, they would,
Off
wouldn't
the
they?
top of my head, I can't tell you.
that's,
because they're all reappointed this
they're all
year.
reappointed this year.
But the only thing that changed with that was who appointed them, because some of them, they were already on there, we just had to change
You
who
had to
their
figure out.
appointees were.
Okay.
So their terms weren't up, so they didn't technically need reappointed because their terms weren't up, but because of the way it was set up, different people had to appoint them. They could have chose to appoint people completely different than was already on the board, and then that would have caused the problem with people being, term limits being up in 4 years, but the way it's set now, they're still staggered, so it's good.
Okay, so, to make sure that everybody's clear on this BZA, the commissioners have 2 appointments on the BZA. The Plain Commission has 1 appointment. The town of Cloverdale has 1 appointment. And the town of Roachdale, which is also Russellville,
Mhm.
they went
Bain-
combined, and Bainbridge.
Those
Bainbridge-
three, yes.
Bainbridge, Roachdale, and Russellville went together, no?
Not Bainbridge, Bainbridge kept its.
That's
name.
Bainbridge, and it's Russellville.
So it's just Russellville and Roachdale combined, and they have 1 appointment on the BZA. Okay, there you go. Did you get all that in the minutes? That was fun. Can we move on to the next? Do you have anything
I
else,
have
Lisa?
nothing else, I'm done.
Sweet. Thank you all for your patience as we work through all that. All right, Kelly Russ, let's talk about something that's good for the county, shall we?
Michelle, love your microphone.
Sure.
It's my first time in front of you guys since this started.
We're talking about mobile integrated health coordinator. If you could please tell everyone real quick what that means and how you come about this.
Mobile integrated health is gonna be a program that, Putnam County EMS is like a separate division of, and I do need this microphone.
Sure.
So mobile integrated health is pretty much going to be a division of Putnam County EMS where the summary of it is we're going to start bringing back home health visits to people's homes. People that get discharged from the hospital, we're going to follow up with them, make sure they don't get readmitted. We're going to focus on substance abuse and mental health. We're also going to focus on chronic disease management, so diabetes care, chronic pulmonary function disorders, congestive heart failure, things like that, things that are of high occurrence in this county so that we keep people out of the hospital and keep them healthy. A lot of the people that suffer from some of these ailments have trouble picking up their prescriptions, trouble getting to the doctor, things like that. We have a 4-year, about $370K a year grant to fund this entire program. So we have hired a mobile integrated health coordinator. They are going to report to me. I'm going to be the grant administrator. Chief Taylor's going to oversee like the rules and regulations of operations of this program. And then this person is going to oversee kind of the daily operations of the program. We have hired somebody. Well, we've offered the job to somebody. Obviously, you guys have to approve the position. We've offered it to them. They've accepted. And I am wanting to get the commissioner's approval for this.
What salary is that at?
$70,000 annually.
Will they be responding to like crisis things like law enforcement goes out or
The mental health crisis stuff. So our stipend and the way this program is going to work is we're going to work with Cummins on that because we're not technically trained to do the mobile integrated like interventions. We're going to work with Cummins to do that, and then our people are going to like do the follow-up with them, make sure they're getting to their appointments, do telehealth with mental health providers if they need to, drop off prescriptions for substance abuse disorders and things like that. So we will be part of that team, but we will not be running the crisis intervention part of it.
$70,000 seems like a lot of money considering the budget for the grant is 300 some
Annually,
annually.
yes.
Correct.
Yep.
That's a pretty decent chunk.
It is a decent chunk. The rest of it is going to go to, we plan on, once this starts expanding, to hire a community paramedic to be part of that team as well. So that'll be another piece of the salary. The other parts of this is acquiring a new vehicle at some point for this program because it's mobile. Our fleet is aging very quickly. Not another ambulance, but another vehicle for this. But since they're kind of overseeing a new program and building a complete program from the ground up, we thought the salary was appropriate.
So will this new vehicle have a lift on it and stuff like that if it's people in a wheelchair or what?
No, because we won't be transporting patients to any like appointments like that. We will arrange that with like Medicaid and Medicare taxis and cabs.
So what happens if vacations or sick or something like that, or somebody, if you got somebody fully replaced?
Yeah, me and Chief Taylor are going to be part of this program as well. The overarching benefit to this is, as people know, me and Chief Taylor became RNs last year. So that adds like a huge umbrella to this program as well. So we'll be able to bring home health registered nursing to people's homes too. So when he or the community paramedic can't step in, or it's a situation where they need more of a registered nurse care instead of a paramedic care, then that's when we'll step in and handle it.
So will this person be like an LPN then, or just?
They are an advanced paramedic.
I mean, I'm not looking at the qualifications here, I just wanted to.
Yep. They are an advanced paramedic, and part of the grant money also includes sending them to a class to become a certified community paramedic as well. And that kind of has like an advanced role as well, so.
All right. Any other questions?
I want to make note, he is also very aware this is a grant-funded position, and if we don't get the grant renewed or find other sources of funding, that he doesn't get renewed either. So he does understand that.
Is this, Christina, this person, if they're hired, receive benefits? How does this grant work? Are they a county employee?
There isn't anybody that is currently paid out of a grant on any of the benefits. The only time that they are is if they are a county employee through their other job, and then they are getting a stipend, or they are doing jobs through a grant that's off hours, but not a full-time position. So that would need to be approved by commissioners and also by the council. If it is a grant, then does the grant pay for the health insurance if you allow health insurance, because that's extremely costly?
Yep.
I mean, employee only, you're looking at probably having to designate at least $14,000 a year just for employee only.
That was, fringe benefits and health insurance were included in our grant application and funded.
You would probably need to factor in family plan just to be on the safe
Yeah.
side. And you can get those figures if you haven't from Brittany.
Okay.
But you would have to have the commissioners and the council's approval to do it, because that's going through our health insurance plan and potentially affecting future rates.
Premiums, gotcha.
So the process of this is it comes to us. If we approve it, it moves on to the council.
Yes, because she'll have to have the position approved, and then benefits will have to be decided by the commissioners. The money has to be approved by the council and then put on the salary ordinance.
So this, for us, is this a two-step approval? Approval of the position and then it's approval of the salary? Or is it all one step?
Salary is set by the council. You would
Okay.
need to decide, do you want them
We're just
to?
approving the position today?
Yes.
Or, yeah.
And then you would also need to decide, do you want to allow them to have benefits? And if so, is it fully funded from the grant?
Got it. All right. Any other questions, gentlemen?
So this is a 40-hour-a-week job.
Yep.
Where are they going to be housed?
At 513 South Bloomington. Part of that grant money included small renovation stuff to kind of build him a space.
Okay, to make a little office.
Yep.
corner Somewhere.
Yep.
Before we, well, we'll do that second. Motion to approve?
I'll make the motion to approve the mobile integrated health coordinator.
Okay. Mr. Beck makes the motion, I will second that.
Pretty unanimous.
Okay.
Thank you.
Number two, the second thing, this vehicle.
Yep.
To me, starting out, do we truly need to purchase a brand new vehicle?
No. And actually, we need to figure it out because the money's coming from SAM HSA at the federal level,
Yep.
filtered through Indiana FSSA, and their rules say that we can only lease. We can't purchase. So
What I'm saying is, don't we have a fairly
decently new Tahoe in the back.
Tahoe setting
Yeah, that's
that
his.
we just- yeah.
We're just talking about later when we start expanding and start getting into
Okay,
the,
okay,
yeah,
we're talking about later on.
way later.
Okay, all right,
Yep.
all right. I was gonna say, because I think we got the vehicle thing covered already.
Yeah, we do, for sure.
Yes. Okay, all right. Okay, anything else you want to add?
Did you guys have to approve benefits this round, or did you just do
Oh,
that with
shoot,
the?
That's right. We need to also decide, shoot, should we have done that with that motion?
You give me a second.
Okay, all right, all right. Do we want this person, this position to, have benefits, which are gonna be paid out of the grant, correct?
Yes.
Nothing's gonna come out of county general or anywhere?
Nope.
Okay, all right.
I think we'd have to.
So, all right,
Make a motion.
so Mr. Helmer makes a motion to, this mobile integrated health coordinator, have benefits. And Andy seconds that, and I'll make that unanimous. Okay. Anything else you want to add before we move on?
I don't think so.
Good,
Good.
good. Thank you very kindly.
Thank you.
All right. Another step for our county.
Another
Right?
step. Yay.
Absolutely. All right, Ryan Keller. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Hi there, Thrive Guy. What's up, Thrive Guy?
Oh, bringing all sorts of good
All right.
things your way today.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Good.
Okay, which one you want to look at first?
Well, why don't we start with the 2024 annual report,
All right.
kind of go through that. So, welcome everybody, I'm Ryan Keller, I'm the CEO of Thrive West Central, so great to see you all again. Commissioner Beck, great to see you for the first time, so.
Thanks.
This is something that we do every year. So there's two documents here. The first document is the 2024 annual report. So since my tenure at Thrive, we started doing an annual report so you can see where your money's going. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much. It shows you if you're making a wise decision with the federal grants and what that return looks like for your county.
So,
Yes, sir.
hi,
Hi.
I never have a question. So this Agency on Aging, down in the bottom it says you delivered $26,642 in home delivered meals,
Correct.
right?
Yep.
So just to explain,
So meals are somewhere, don't quote me on this because I'm not a practitioner right in the aging services. Shelley is with us. Shelley, do you remember how much meals cost per unit?
hi Shelley.
Per unit, it runs about $8.
So $8 a meal. So if we were to divide 26,642 by 8, that would give us how many meals were actually delivered. They come through our provider, which is Midland Meals. They make them all fresh up in Lafayette, and then they freeze them, flash freeze them, and then they bring them down here. And we have that many individuals who are receiving some sort of meal assistance here within the county.
Just to give you an idea of one of the many things that they take care of in this county. So.
That's a lot more meals than what you would think,
Correct.
but
Well, yeah,
that's
'cause I
a
was
lot.
curious about what the meal, so it's eight bucks a piece. So.
$8 a piece.
Yep, yep. Those of you that, you guys worked on a housing study,
Yes, sir.
right? That
Mhm.
earlier in the year, went through that.
Yep. So we did what they call a regional market potential analysis that covered all 7 counties that we serve, and then I can't remember if it's in 24 or if it's in 25 where we started the local market potential analyses, and that's where it really takes the regional numbers and it dials right into what your housing market looks like, where you should be placing rents, what, folks who are looking to either live here or buy or they're moving here, what their last, it's big data. I don't want anybody to freak out, but it pulls IRS tax return data. So whatever you're committing to the IRS, it's aggregating that data over thousands of people and saying, hey, this is what the market could afford or what it should afford based on who lives here and then also who is looking to buy here that maybe they just can't find housing. So it's a really useful piece of data for builders as they're looking to make, multi-million dollars investments here. It really is fantastic.
So the other portion of this is transportation. Thrive works with the state, and I'll let you take it from there. Our county.
Yes, absolutely. So we have a partnership with Federal Highway as well as NDOT in the state. We are what they call a rural planning organization or an RPO. And with our partnership with the state of Indiana and NDOT, any planning services that we do in rural transportation, which all of Putnam County is designed or designated for rural transportation, we, with our partnership, it's an 80-20 cost breakdown. So that means NDOT will pay 80% of what the costs are. The county only has to pay 20%, and that work comes through us, and that's through our special partnership with that. So the county gets an 80% discount on any rural planning activities that take place here in the county that are eligible expenses.
One of the things that I've talked to, and I can't remember the gentleman's name, but.
Karen Schneider's
What
at our organization? Yeah, Karen Schneider's, and she is right back there. We came in full force today. And we have Mike back there, and we have our COO, Shelley, right back here as well. So
you got the whole crew.
we came in full force.
My question that I brought up was traffic counts for our county. Our county highway and doing traffic counts, trying to put a plan together. I know you guys are busy. You working with the city or something right now?
Yes, please, Karen.
Have at it. I've slept since then, so that's why everything's fun. Was it you? Okay,
Yes, sir.
I'm so sorry.
Hi, good afternoon, or good morning. My name's Karen Schneiders. I'm with Thrive West Central. So a couple of things that we've been doing this year. Actually, we've been fairly busy with the city of Greencastle.
Yes.
First off, we worked with them. There is a federal program out there under the infrastructure bill, and it's called Safe Streets and Roads for All. And what this does is it provides funding. Now, we know the feds. Normally, they like to build things. They like to give us money to build things. Well, that doesn't help us in the very beginning. So this Safe Streets and Roads for All is meant to provide dollars, again, at 80-20 match, to come up with a safety action plan for whatever the geographic area is that we're looking at. And so the city of Greencastle asked for us to assist them. We put in an application for what's known as a safety action plan. And that's meant to cover roads and bicycles and pedestrians and trains and any type of transportation that you can think of that's active here. So we put that in I'm trying to remember, it's been a great summer. I want to say we put that in June, so I expect us to be able to hear back from that before the holidays really kick in. But it's the federal government, so so besides, well, yeah, but I do expect us to hear back from that by the end of the calendar year at least. So I'm really looking forward to that. I believe we asked for $250,000. And I would love to be able to do a safety action plan for the county. Love to be able to do that. I know that your previous county engineer had done something like that, but also I want to make sure that that opportunity is afforded to you to update that as needed. So that's one thing. Second thing is we had a bunch of interns running around Greencastle for the summer, and they were doing a sidewalk inventory. Now, everybody's like, why would you do a sidewalk inventory? Well, not every place is accessible to everyone. And they found where, you know, there were portions of sidewalk where the tree roots were bucking the concrete. And there were sections where there wasn't the appropriate access to the intersection. So there wasn't an ADA ramp that would be accessible. They also identified a couple of areas that are just plain challenging for pedestrians. And using the information from this sidewalk inventory, we're going to be doing a application to the State Department of Health to come in and do some study on some very specific areas, just to make sure that they are safe and accessible to anybody walking. And then that will all lead to their Americans with Disabilities Transition Plan update. So we're just like hopping over obstacle over obstacle to get them wrapped up. So we've got a lot of work coming on here in Greencastle, and I would love to talk more about opportunities for the county. I did speak to you about the bridges and the traffic counts. And I also want to announce that our traffic count person, his name is Chris, he's going to be driving around your county by the end of this calendar year. I'm saying it that way because we just received additional work request from INDOT, so he was supposed to be working on Park County now and then pivoting to Putnam, but now he's pivoting someplace else. So, Benton County. Haven't been to Kentland in a very long time, but we're going to Kentland.
Going to Campbell. Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Okay.
And I will say all that to say though, all those things just leverage more and more grant funding that is coming from somewhere else in the country and just pulling resources and new opportunities into Putnam County.
Well, my big thing on the traffic counts is we know that this county is growing, so there's just more and more pressure and more vehicles, and so trying to just stay up with the game.
That's right.
All right, so what do we have here for 2026?
For 26, we have a rate hold from 25, so it's 35. We're requesting $35,865 in grant matching funding. Exact same of what 25 is for this current year. Everything's on hold. We haven't seen any kind of increases from the federal grants, so nothing has changed. And we have also been very fortunate and blessed that we have not seen our grant funding diminished in any way through our federal and state programs. And if anything, they're asking us to do more. And so, you know, services and hopefully that ROI will just continue to increase for Putnam County and all of our member counties as we go in. So we cover 7 counties. We go Vermilion, Vigo, Sullivan, Park, Clay, Putnam, and Montgomery County. We service 14 counties now with our traffic counting program and what we're doing there with the state, but our core services are really 6 counties, and then we've added doing a little bit of work now into Montgomery County. So.
All right. Anything else?
Appreciate what you guys do.
Oh.
I went home and done a housing study earlier this year.
Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate the partnership here. If I may, just for one more minute,
We're here for food.
I'll get you out of here soon. So I have, if you don't mind taking a few of these and passing them down, that way I don't have to move with the mic. Thank you so much. So we have a program, and I'll leave these little palm cards here on the table, if that's okay, for anybody in the audience to take. Part of the housing work that we're doing here in the county and throughout the region, we are partnering, again, with federal agencies that come down through Indiana. We're one of 2 organizations in the state that are now able to do this, but it's called the Hoosier Homes Program, and that is available at no cost to anyone here in Putnam County, and really all of our member counties. There's a little chart here, has all our counties based on this income level. So you may think, hey, if we're going to be looking to buy a house, or it doesn't matter if this is your first house, 7th house, it doesn't matter. You have access to this program. You may thinking, oh, it's only for low-income folks. Actually, it goes to 140% of the area median income because we're their partner. Normally, for all other counties in the state, it's only at 100% of that area median income, but partnering with us, they give us a 40% bump. So in Putnam County alone, you have the opportunity, as of this year, these are 25 numbers, they will increase every year, $131,600 of household income. So depending on what that looks like, that's whoever goes on the mortgage. So if you have one person on the mortgage, you have up to $131,600. If you put 2 people, you have that together as a combined income. But you can get up to 5% down payment assistance on that next housing purchase that you're looking to make. Doesn't work for commercial property. It's only for residential, so you can't be like buying a house to rent and go through that way. It won't work. But 5% is a pretty hefty down payment if you can do that. Right now, the way the interest rates are, it's funding itself to about 2.5% to 3%. But if we see interest rates go lower, then that percentage will automatically go up. And it's a really great tool for anybody here who is, looking to purchase a new home or a new home to them. I think it's a great opportunity. Yeah. Last but not least, we have a housing summit on September 11th and 12th. Come for one day, come for both. It doesn't matter. Due to really generous sponsors, we've now covered all of our costs with this. So we are doing it at our cost, which is $25, covers our meal. So if anybody I don't care if we have 100 people here that want to come to this, as long as we don't hit the fire marshal code at the place we're having it, anybody is welcome to come to this for $25. And it's going to be a really great day-long kind of event. It's actually 2 days if you want to come back for a second day, but it's up to you. And I think if you're a person that's in the housing ecosystem or you just have an interest in housing, it's a really great opportunity. It was $199, and again, we're not here to make money. We're here to help move these kind of things forward. So at the end of the day, we've just found out that today, you're first in, that we're giving it out for our cost now, $25. And I'll leave this on the table for anybody to scan the QR code.
Cool.
Awesome.
All right.
We hope to see you all there. Any other questions, sir? Any questions?
I think we're good.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you bringing your team. Awesome.
Thank you.
Good job. Hey, Sheriff, and your team, you got some vehicles to purchase?
We do. Chief Deputy, make sure
I'm sure you don't need it, but
we have to sign that?
We have to approve it if we go on our edit. Is what we, that's where it comes out of. Hi. Hi. Grab one.
You can have mine, I don't say much.
Good
What do you
morning.
got for us?
Well, we are in the need for a new vehicle.
Okay.
We also have an aging fleet.
Just one?
Right now, one.
Okay.
It's a Charger.
Okay.
I did ask 3 of the local banks to give us financing options for interest rate. They should be in order of from low to high. So we just need your blessing to have them.
Christina? So the first bid we have is First National Bank, 3-year term, 3.85%. North Salem State Bank is a 3-year term, 4.28%. First Financial Bank is, I'm assuming, a 3-year term,
Yeah.
5.98%.
And then the commissary fund will purchase the equipment for the vehicle. Yeah. So we just need the vehicle
Yep.
to be approved to,
Questions for her, gentlemen?
Is that through, who you purchased that through?
it is, do you remember, Tom? Yeah, Bloomington, Town and Country, yeah,
Okay.
in Bloomington. And then I will be back, we will be back because we're looking at 2 more Tahoes for September, so.
This includes all the equipment.
No, commissary fund will purchase the equipment.
Oh, the commissary does the
Yep,
equipment.
yep,
Okay.
for this
I'm
vehicle.
sorry.
That's
Got
all
it,
right.
Got it, got it, got it.
Okay, I make a motion to go with First National Bank.
All right, Commissioner Helmer makes a motion, we use First National Bank to purchase the
3.85%.
2025 Charger. 3.85%.
Second.
And Mr. Beck seconds. Make that unanimous. Anything else?
I'm gonna ask a question. So how many new vehicles do you need? All of them?
Pretty much. We have more sitting at 3D normally than are on the road for a day. Yeah. When you said that, I might go, yes, preaching to the choir. So this year, this Charger and 2 Tahoes, and then next year,
We're hoping to get 3 to maybe 4 new vehicles next year.
unfortunately, everything's gone up, but got to keep them running, so
Shocker, right?
we'll support local.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, we good?
You have anything signed or?
No, not yet. We'll get that from Nathan.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Next up, Debbie Mitchell. Is Debbie Mitchell here? Hi, Debbie Mitchell. 6527 North, 725 East. What we got?
Well, the last commissioner meeting that I was at,
Yes, ma'am. You may.
the last commissioner's meeting that I was at, my flooding issue at my property was tabled, and, Andy and Rick did come out to the property and take a look at it. And I was told that maybe talking to the county attorney, and I've not heard anything about my request and the assistance from the county to help me resolve this issue.
Well, I did look into it, and, I'm sorry I haven't got back. But, on that, when you look at a soils map, that is a floodplain through there, basically. And I don't see how we can come in there and fix that. I mean, it's been there, that's a floodplain all the way down through there, so, I mean, I'm sorry, but we can't fix that problem for you. I mean, if you wanna put in the big tile and do that and go through the ASCS office and have them come out and tell you how big a tile you need to put in there, I mean, they'll be more than glad to do that. We can't just, I mean, this is my opinion, we just can't do that. Because that's been existing forever.
Well, no, not forever, and I showed you pictures when I initially came to prove that fact.
Well, your mom's the one that put it, she went and got approval from the county to put in that other pipe right there across that driveway, right?
No, the county had actually approached her about putting the culvert across the property because in front of her property, there was a low area. And from that area, the grade starts going upward. And as you've even explained, it's hard to get water to go uphill. And so it was discussed with the county, and my mom agreed for the county to put the culvert over across the neighboring property. But her understanding was the culvert was supposed to continue down. Well, that was her mistake. But now that the erosion and the flooding is getting so enhanced, then that's why I've been approaching the county about assistance in taking care of the problem. So, you know, what I'm requesting is, you know, I'm willing to pay for the gravel and the dirt and the manpower if you guys will just get the tile for me, because I know you guys have better resources than I do. And so if you could just, you know, help get the tile, then as far as everything else, I'm willing to take on some of this responsibility, because yes, I know that there's a lot of water that comes from the surrounding properties. But the thing that's making the problem so bad is because of the culvert coming across the property next door. So that's my true request. I'm not expecting you guys to do everything. I'm just asking for some help.
Anything to add? Honestly, I know where it's at, but I'm trying to remember, because I've not been in the loop, but
725 east, south Groveland.
South Grove.
Yeah.
What are we talking about, the pipe, the neighbor's pipe or something? Is that what you're,
Okay, so there's a culvert,
that
there's a,
goes under the road?
No, well, there's one that
Yes.
goes out the road, drains, which is always, the farm fields always drain that road,
Okay.
across the road to the west.
It's a 24-inch culvert underneath the road.
Yeah. And then they put one in for the existing drive to the house next door to her, which they did. Was you involved in that one?
That was before my time, I may have hauled stone to it.
it was a little while ago.
Then they put a whistle in there, and then it discharges out of that and runs through the backside of where her house is. But if you look at a soils map, that's natural drainage, and it's been natural drainage for years.
Yeah. I mean, the property surrounding, you know, I cannot say that things do not have a natural swell to it. But as far as the erosion and the washout, based on what I've been explained, if you have natural erosion and that kind of, or natural water, and it is evenly, continually, you know, you're going to continue a pretty even swell. It's not like it's going to come in and start washing you out and eroding you. But because of the culvert coming across on the neighboring property, and before, I'll back up just a little bit, before the roads got redone and the roads raised, you know, there was an issue about water coming off of the road, and you guys have, I think, pretty well taken care of that, because now that the road is up higher, and plus last year, the last time I was here, well, not the last time, but, you know, you guys did add riprap, and so I see where you guys are trying, but here's the problem. When the culvert was initially put in, the farmer across the way, I don't know how many tiles he's had, but I know that since my mom has passed and the property was with me and my brother, the farmer has put in additional tile. And so now the amount of water that we were getting when my mom first put the culvert in and had the county put it in and came across on mom's property, now we're getting even more water. And so, like I said, I understand that you can't make water go uphill, but it's all coming over to me, and it's not good.
Is this a drainage board thing?
Well, when it was brought to me, the only thing I was asked about was, I mean, the county can't be going on private property and doing work on private property. That's
Understood.
I don't know about the culverts, and I don't know, but honestly, we were just talking over here, if it was a dedicated drain, it would be different, but we don't have any, so.
Okay. So the answer is no, it's not a drainage board issue?
I mean, if the drainage board wants to start
Becoming
making
an
committed
actual-
drains,
right.
then yes, but I mean, until we do that, but as we've discussed, we're gonna have to do an entire the county, the identification of the watershed and all that stuff's gonna have to.
Have you talked to the landowner that has pushed more water that way with the tile?
I have tried.
About
I've tried.
a cost share of helping?
I have not. I've gone over to the house that's on the property. I've knocked on the door a couple of times, and I've had no response. But then I was later told that I talked to somebody at the BP, and they said that they didn't think that he actually lived there. And so I last tried 3 weeks ago, going and knocking on the door again. So no, answer to your question is no. I have not talked to him.
Do you know who owns the land?
Oh, I do.
Okay,
Ron and Jane now.
okay, all right. So that would be my first thing to tell you is, other places, other things we've dealt with in the county that when things like this happen, and because I mean, I do agree when you tile the field, it does push more water out of the field, that's what it's supposed to do. That you have a talk with them about a cost share or something to help remedy the product, because, you know, it is, and I understand that we all have water, we all drain, that, and it comes through everywhere, but that would be my recommendation, is to get a hold of them. I don't know how you go about doing that,
Okay.
but that is Ron and Jane Alcorn apparently own that property. So,
Okay. So the answer to my request and assistance from the county then is no?
that's what I'm hearing. That is a correct statement.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry. All right. All right. Mr. Maddox,
Yes,
you have a highway?
we have a few things for you today.
What you got?
This is from the last meeting. Gentleman from Heritage Lake he had some
Dadgummit.
he had some concerns about the intersection of Valley Forge Drive and our County Road 500 North.
Is this the stop sign
Yes.
that blinks?
The three, it doesn't blink.
Well, I meant that he's requesting it.
You want it to blink,
Yes.
It's a three-way intersection, three-way stop. All the signage is in place. I got ahold of Bliss McKnight and had him go look at it. And this is, their findings.
All right. So Bliss McKnight recommends that the county does not make a change to the signage at this intersection. But they do say, that's due to lack of accident history.
Well, they want us to remove the other stop sign to keep the other side from
Well, that's what I was gonna say. One other option may consider is remove the stop sign on 500 North. On 500 North.
In a 5-year span, there was, I believe, one actual accident report.
Yep.
And the rest were traffic stops, I assume,
And
running the stop signs.
replace the plaques on 700 East.
Below each stop sign is a sign stating.
Cross traffic doesn't
cross
stop.
traffic does not stop.
You have that now? On that?
Or-
You have that cross traffic does not stop there. Is that on there now or?
Yeah, it's currently in place and has
Okay.
been.
What's he mean by replace? Does that mean they're old and faded?
I mean, they've been there a while, but, I mean, they're still very legible.
Okay.
They're not faded at the point that you can't clearly see them.
And two, his incident was, he was in a golf cart. So-
Correct.
And are golf carts legal to be on county roads?
Prosecutor's office is not.
Do what?
Prosecutor's office when I asked them last time for definition, they said
Okay.
Okay. So golf carts according to the prosecutor's office, are not legal on county roads.
ATVs, you have to get those lights.
All right. All right, well, then it sounds like that's our recommendation. We will not put a, I appreciate him for coming. All right, what else you got for us?
Our trucks are ordered, our Freightliners are 2 tandems, 1 single axle. They should arrive, I asked when they would arrive. He said, first quarter of next year. Could be a bit sooner, but we all know how that works. In-house paving, we're wrapping things up pretty fast. We do have yet to do 1200 north, but I'll have to put that off due to the ULD, the detour for 231 and 236. I talked to the state last week, told them that I wasn't seeing much action on the detour. They said just hold on because there would be, unfortunately.
It's because they're done on the west side of that bridge, but they haven't even started on the east.
Right, and they're gonna close that
Right.
intersection there at the south end of the bridge at 236, so that will put the intersection on our unofficial local detour, which is 1200 north. And I'm sure a lot of people will be using the gravel road, which is 50 west. Some people will go on down to 250.
Sorry about that. Not used to using these.
Down to 250, but, we're gonna have to put off paving that last 2.2 mile stretch of 1200 until after the detour is over with.
It may not be paved till next spring.
That's a possibility. They talk like it
Depends on
could,
how long it takes them.
it could be a month to 6 weeks. If the weather's still good, last of September into the middle of October, we can still pave. So we'll keep that in our sights. After that, as far as the paving goes, the only thing after that would be Kitely Road, if that's still on the agenda.
Have you heard anything back from the mayor's office?
Haven't heard anything. She does have an estimate, basically the same one I gave her last year. So, as far as I know, that's still in place. Price should be relatively close to that. As far as our community crossings roads, they're all done except for the very last one in Jefferson Township, and that would be County Road 750 South, which turns into 725 South. So I actually kind of made my day this morning in that regards. Had a phone call from a lady that lived on that road, and she was inquiring about when we were going to fix that road, and I said, well, ma'am, I'm about to make your day. So I let her know that was got to be paved this week, so she and I were both happy about that, actually. In regards to the paving, Airport Road is done. I know we had an issue brought up about striping, so, but that had to do with Manhattan Road, but since
Well, to me,
since Airport Road is freshly paved,
either.
I know there's
or
gonna be an issue with visibility.
Shall. Yeah.
Here are the quotes I got for both Airport Road and Manhattan Road. Airport Road would be Road A, Manhattan Road would be Road B. And that pricing for 3 different striping services to be done. Paint, obviously, is the cheapest. Then we have an epoxy, and then we have the thermoplastic. They all vary greatly in price. I think we currently in our striping fund have.
What did you say first, second, third was?
Road A is Airport Road.
Yep.
Road B is Manhattan, 4 miles and 5.8 miles respectively.
Okay, option 1 is what type? Thermoplastic?
Thermoplastic.
Type, and number 2 is?
Number 2 is an epoxy.
Epoxy.
Yeah, that's a new one to me, but they said that was something they offered. And the third choice was just regular road paint.
Okay, so the regular road paint is what we painted Manhattan Road with the last time.
Yep,
And it lasted a whole, what, 2 years if we're lucky?
yeah.
Because it is almost non-existent.
Yeah, with the wear and tear of traffic on that road, that really takes the paint, that shortens the life of almost anything we would put down, but
Yep.
thermoplastic would be the far better choice for a high-traffic road.
Epoxy's the latest and greatest? It sounds
Apparently,
like-
by the,
Well,
given the
apparently
price
for-
that it seems to be.
For $60,000?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe we just post that road at 35 miles an hour.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
And you weren't here when they put no passing all the way down there.
Yeah, since the last traffic count, the high-speed winner was 81 miles an hour.
Yep. It was, that's right. Okay, so we're looking at, for both roads, thermoplastic, $45,000, epoxy, $60,500, and painting at 23.
Yes.
Well, to me, paint's already out. I don't, 23 grand for 2 years if you're lucky. That doesn't even make sense.
We've used the thermoplastic in the past. The gentleman I talked to was concerned about if we put it down in the fall, you know, the snow plows would be hitting it, but we've done that in the past with our community crossings road when we included the striping in, and we've not had an issue. Those roads are still, you know, still very visible.
Where do you think, I know Manhattan Road is in the top 2 or 3 in the county of most traveled.
Yep.
Where do you think Airport Road falls? Is it in the top 10?
Yes, yes.
With the, because I know that
Factories.
the factories, the Clay County and Owen County
There's a lot of traffic.
people, there's a lot of traffic that hits Airport Road. So driving every
Yeah,
day.
it's definitely in top 10, maybe even possibly top 5.
Okay, all right, all right. So let's talk about money. $45,000.
I think we currently have in our striping fund about $25,000.
So we have 25,000 in a striping fund. Is that allocated to spend this year?
Yes.
No,
Oh.
we don't, we don't have we don't have a place for spending it.
Okay. It's
So-
there, it's not allocated.
Right.
Yeah.
So if this is something we want to do, then we're down to looking
No,
for.
no. I'm sorry.
So we have 25,000 in that budget right now
Correct,
that's available.
Yes.
correct.
Okay, so if this is something we want to do, then we're just looking, if we do both roads, we're looking at 20 grand.
Correct.
Okay. And this, both of these roads would receive white lines on the edge and double yellows down the middle.
Yep. That's what I stated the estimate for.
Yep, okay. Let's make sure we're clear.
Yep.
All right, what are we thinking?
I'm thinking if we don't do both of them, we're gonna regret it, because if we do one, especially with the fresh asphalt on Airport Road and the amount of traffic, there's definitely gonna be some issues in the dark and the rain, that type of stuff. So we're probably gonna get complaints that this road needs striped.
Yeah, I already have,
Yeah,
especially the Airport Road one.
yep.
Yep, I've already had those phone calls.
And with the fading on Manhattan Road, and the amount of traffic.
Yeah, well, actually, people are not so mad about that, because they were really mad when we double yellowed it,
Yeah,
and they couldn't pass anywhere. Now that it's faded, it's, not that they didn't ignore it to begin with, but they ignored it to begin with, but now they can really ignore it.
right.
Yeah, because, so, just, what's that movie? Just stating the facts, man. Just stating the facts.
Well, never, there's only one safe place to pass anyway,
Correct.
and that's at the last curve at the old State Farm Grill.
So,
And it's sure not safe for officers to pull people over on it, because they run over.
I got pulled over.
we're not gonna talk about that out loud. Because my immediate response to that is, name a part of this county you haven't been pulled over in. Anyway, all right, moving on. I digress. All right, so in reality, we're looking for $20,000. Well, first of all,
I'm gonna ask this a dumb question.
yep,
All right, since is there a way, well, because
Well, yeah, if we wanna do both. I mean, I'm looking at it as Airport Road to stripe thermoplastic, Airport Road is $18,374. We already have that much in the striping or paint fund, whatever you wanna call that fund. So we can do that.
Right,
It's just this, do we want to redo Manhattan Road? If we want to redo Manhattan Road, we gotta find some cash. So let's start with the easy one. Do we wanna stripe Airport Road?
I would say yes.
I would say yes.
Okay? Andy, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so let's go, that doesn't take any motions, that doesn't take anything, that's just a, hey, Robin and Clint. Let's stripe Airport Road.
So that leaves you with
Okay.
$6,500. Right?
Yep. All right, so how about let's do some research of where we can try to find the 20 grand or whatever for Manhattan Road. Cause I agree with it, if Airport Road's brand new pavement, with as many vehicles that's on it, let's do it.
I think it makes sense.
Be done with it, it makes sense, yes.
And it will be double yellow line.
Yes,
Yes,
throughout, and
Yep.
white lines on the side.
yeah. Yeah, cause there's not very many places to pass on Manhattan Road, there's definitely nowhere to pass on Airport Road, except maybe by the airport.
Right, right.
Yep.
I only took the fence down around the curve because got tired of
Replacing it?
replacing it, so
Yeah.
fence down.
All right, so let's go ahead with Airport Road then, sounds
Okay.
like. It's and Manhattan Road, let's circle back and do a little homework, see where we can find 20 grand, and we'll revisit it in 2 weeks.
Okay,
Is it gonna be the same company?
yes,
Okay, is it from out of town, I'm assuming?
Crawfordsville.
Okay, so will there be two trip charges if we only do one? You see what I'm saying?
I can find out.
What's this quote valid only 30 days?
Okay, well, unless you wanna try to find $20,000 right now.
That's what I was getting ready to ask.
Okay, what options do we have?
Well, we have to go to the council to do this, but can we take some of the wheel tax money and use that to paint that road? Which I know the council allocated all that for the bridges, but we do have money left in the bridge fund, correct?
Yeah,
So I was just asking.
So,
it was all allocated for bridges only. We're only supposed to do
Right.
bridges.
what other options do we have, Robin, from the highway standpoint, and then Christine, I'll ask you next.
I don't have any options from the highway right now.
Okay, all right,
She doesn't have anything budgeted that she can transfer, then your only other option is to ask for an additional.
okay, all right. How important do we feel Manhattan Road is this year? That's a half a dozen, one of the other questions, isn't it?
There's been some concerns raised, obviously. That's why we approached this.
No, understood.
But
Yep.
I guess ultimately it's,
It's
you know,
probably the highest used road in county, one of them.
No, I agree.
You do have money available for an additional.
Huh?
You do have money available for an additional.
In 1169,
1169, yes.
What is 1169?
1169, after taking out your operating balance, that's your roads and streets, you have an operating balance adjusted of 348,000.
Yeah, but Robin, didn't we need some of that for next year's budget?
yeah. Let me double check the budget when we get back and,
Okay,
go back on it.
so check that. If that all works out, we do not need to bring that back, then we can just,
Do an additional.
and go forward.
okay.
Okay, all right, what else you got, Clint?
The grinder demo, I think we now have that set for September 10th and 11th, weather permitting. He talked like he could do by the way, he talked to possibly a 2-day demo depending on the weather, and so we'll put that on our calendars for September 10th and 11th unless I hear otherwise.
September 10th and 11th.
Yep.
Grinder day. Got it.
Next thing, our fuel conversion, our new system from our current system to the DX fleet will take place this week on the 20th between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. So everything currently old and new will both work in this system, keys and fobs. As far as fuel availability between 10 and 1, I'm not sure just yet. So
make a note to the crews.
you might want to fill up beforehand. Yeah, yeah.
What day is that again, Clint?
It's this
Wednesday, this week.
yeah, the 20th, this
2
Wednesday.
days. Yep, the 20th.
So it'll be between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m.
Yep.
That we think so. In order, yeah, it's still a little bit in the air right now, but whether
I'll put it down as a good possibility.
yeah,
Just make sure everybody has their ambulances fueled before shift change.
might be best to err on the side of caution. Continuing with the fuel, I spoke with three fuel providers. I spoke with Keystone, Great Lakes Petroleum, and Premier. We actually met with Great Lakes Petroleum last week concerning a fuel contract that would come along with upright tanks. He's going to put some numbers together and get back with us. And the others said they were going to do the same thing. So I'm not sure at what point I will know something, but
I understand a company, if they're gonna put in tanks, wanting a contract for X number of years for fuel.
right.
But I also don't know where the legal part of it is bidding out. Because let's say we do a 5-year contract.
Mhm.
So we have to buy fuel from you for 5 years to put these tanks in. Well, then in 5 years, somebody else has fuel that's way cheaper, then what? You know, we're stuck. I feel like you pigeonhole yourself with these tanks.
Yep.
Because our tanks, it's not like at a farm tank it's way more difficult to change these tanks out.
Right.
In the computer, in the key fob system and all this stuff.
Yeah, it's a huge process.
You know, it's way more difficult. Now you've pigeonholed yourself. You have one fuel provider now for the length of these tanks.
Right. I get what you're saying.
I'm not saying it's not a bad idea, it's just that's pros and cons.
Right. But you wanted me to go shopping and I did.
Well, no, but I don't,
Right.
well, because any company, to me, any fuel company is gonna say, well, shoot, y'all, I'll provide you tanks if you give me a contract for X number of years.
But there's
I
gonna
get
be,
that,
there's
but-
gonna be a reflection in the price
Yeah,
with the tanks.
absolutely,
Yeah.
so,
That's a
I don't know,
given.
but,
The only other option is for us to purchase the tanks.
I know, and the
outright.
flip side of that is the cost of purchasing the tank.
And
Yes,
that would have to
yes.
become countywide since everybody in the county uses the tanks because the highway can't fit the bill for that.
No, this would have to be the county would have to pay the bill for the fuel tanks, not the highway.
Yeah.
Absolutely not, you're right. Since every department
Really,
uses.
that's kind of the only option is to buy the 2 tanks outright and then still bid yearly for the fuel.
When do we feel like, are we on a time bomb here, or do we have?
I say we're getting close.
We're getting close with the
Yeah.
tanks we have.
And we have not priced any tanks, correct?
No.
Are we going above ground,
Yes.
right? Everything's going above ground,
Yep. Double wall above ground.
double wall. And then that way, if they're double wall tanks, they do not need
No doubt.
the containment, no
Right,
dikes
right.
or nothing, right?
And I quoted two 10,000-gallon tanks and a 5,000-gallon tank.
Okay.
Now, on the 5,000, couldn't we just go ahead and use, the fuel is the same on-road and off-road, except that off-road has the dye in it. Okay, we might add more paperwork to Robin's job, but we could keep track on the fuel that goes in the graders and all that, and you get reimbursed on the tax.
Yeah, which that will, our system will tell where the fuel's going, which piece of equipment or which truck.
So, I would say we just, and I did talk to the main guy from Keystone.
Uh-huh.
We had a thing at the meeting plant last week. The best
what all it looks like, you can enter it into a contract for supplies for up to 4 years.
Okay, so 4 years as far as we can go. Okay.
All right.
I mean, I know Keystone has supplied our fuel for years.
Right.
And other than, this is year 11 for me, there's been 2 years that I know of that another company, the fuel was cheaper. That we stayed with the Keystone.
Yeah, there's a reason we've been with them.
So, but, and I get it, I understand the longevity thing, I'm just trying to figure out one of those, you never know, yeah, the probability is small, but. So.
Well, I think the price of the tanks is, don't quote me to this, but I think they're close to 65,000 a piece.
A piece. Okay.
Yeah, the way, from what I gathered, it would be in excess of $125,000, $30,000.
Yep, okay. All right, well,
Let's see, we placed an additional road salt order in addition to what we committed for, just to err on the side of caution, so, we got 250 tons of road salt in today, and then we'll get our allotted amount fall into the winter.
Okay.
So that'll give us a grand total of 1,000 tons.
did the state price for salt go up from last year?
No.
Stayed the same?
Which is kind of amazing.
Yeah.
Trying to get the spray schedule going for brush this fall. Looking for a call back from that. Bridge 191 on 1000 South, Cloverdale Township. Tentative start date is September 1. If all the pieces fall together properly, that should be the start date for that bridge. Cement Plant Road, bridges 122, 123, and 124. Do not have a firm start date, but they're hoping sooner than later, probably next month. They'll be starting at the very south bridge, which is 123. They expect each structure to take approximately 10 days.
Okay.
So that seems like a pretty quick turnaround. We have been doing bridge maintenance on some of our smaller bridges based on findings by our bridge inspectors. A lot of the stuff we're doing that is the easy stuff we can do as far as fixing scour with riprap and just cleaning things up, cleaning the waterway, that type of thing. So that's pretty much where we stand on that. I think it pretty much draws everything I have to an end.
What about 154?
Okay, we've not gotten that far on 154. We have been in talks with a few of the consultants, engineering firms. They're thinking possibly draw up designs and send the designs out to contractors for bid. And they're thinking that may be our best route to take for that particular bridge. That way we'll have more options as to what, versus maybe a bridge in a box type thing. We'll have a little more options as far as what we can do with that bridge. And that may well bring the price down to where it's a lot more attractive than some of the other prices we've seen.
There's a big issue on that, which these guys can answer probably, right?
I'm sure they can.
People and then other people in the audience is, don't we need to get something started on that so we can get the permitting done? Because it could take up, 6 months to get the permits on the creek, right?
Correct. We need a meeting with you guys to decide. My thought is get the design done this year, get it paid for, and then be able to do construction next year when we send out bids. That's what I would like to do.
That makes sense financially. I mean, to get one stage done this year and then the final stages next year.
Okay, so we need to figure out. And that's 154. Okay, all right. What else you got?
I'm done.
I got one, it's on the agenda. The Burnsville Police Department contacted me to see if we would post going north out of Rootsville to the Montgomery County line.
Yeah.
If we could post that road at 35 mile an hour. Cause it's going 45 to 20 on their end. And they have clocks and semis. I don't know, I didn't know that some of these farmers, well, some of them do have nice semis, but they've clocked some at 55. They've just kind of given verbal warnings, but they'd like to see that posted at 35. And that road is pretty, we all know it's pretty dangerous going north.
It is.
It gets really narrow. So, anyway, I'd like to make that simple, because we can legally do that, right? We can post a road at 35 and not,
Have to look and see what the ordinance says on that particular road. All of them have different designations.
Can you look that up? Okay. You wanted to change it to 35,
yes.
because it's not posted at all, right?
Right.
So it means it's 45. Okay. What'd you say?
State law says
State law said,
county roads are 55 per state law. If they're not posted. County ordinance says 45, but we don't enforce county ordinances.
So when I get pulled over at 65, they know the right to take it down to 55.
all right.
There's what statute.
Thank you, Mr. Highway.
You're quite welcome.
Gentlemen, we have meeting minutes from August 4th.
Make motion approved.
Second.
All right. I will make that unanimous. Oh. All right, electronic, all right, WTH, is that what WTH one is here? We have electronic map data application from CoreLogic for GIS data. Don, does this have anything to do with you?
That might, but I don't know anything about it.
No, that should be Lisa.
Oh, it's Elisa. That's right. It is. I'm sorry, Don. It is Elisa. So normally on these agreements, there's companies out there that want to use our GIS for data layering and all kinds of stuff that they use for things, whatever things are. This company is CoreLogic out of Sunrise, Florida. That's where they're from. And they would like request permission to use our GIS data. They will pay $250 to use this information. Any questions?
It's not cheap, ain't it?
So. Sure, you betcha.
What do we pay for the GIS?
I don't know. So,
Actually, we paid very little. We were one of the last counties in the state to have it, and so the state paid for it.
yep.
Because they
See,
were,
we held out
they were
long
tired
enough.
of us not having it.
All right.
Okay, so let's back up here. Oh, hold on, here, hold. All right, once payment, when fully executed the application, payment will send, they're wanting addresses, roads, partials, lot lines, subdivisions, railroads. But on the back page, their fee that they are paying, the total fee comes to $750.
Say, I thought it was $700.
$750
That sounds right.
with, so $750 is the total agreement. I don't know what the $250 on the front page means. So anyway, with all that goobly-gosh, with all that said, is that a word, goobly-gosh? I will make a motion that, we allow CoreLogic to use our county GIS data of WTH for $750. Do we have a second?
I second that.
All right.
So what do they do with this information?
I think they sell it, but I don't know.
Can't they get most of that off the public GIS?
I think this is just that it allows them to have it in download format so they can have it. I mean, you're right, it's all public information. But my understanding, and I don't understand it completely, but it just gives them, I mean, it's already accessible information anyway. So it's just in a easier format for them to utilize.
We do at least one or two of these a year.
And there are specifications to it.
Unanimous.
I mean, they have to use it, they have to use it appropriately or.
Okay, all right. All right, so I have the, oh shoot, Christina, I signed the wrong one. My bad, the GIS one here.
It's fine, as long as you
It's
have
not
one
the one
signed.
that's got your little red thing on it.
That's fine. You signed your copy, didn't you?
I signed my copy, I did, my bad. All right, gentlemen, we gotta go through the process again, that's my bad. Dadgummit. Going through the mail. All right, there's the treasurer's report, there's that. We have another letter from Razor Aggregates, right?
I've got
You
it.
have it taken care of?
That's a tort claim notice for a federal
Yeah, I was
lawsuit.
gonna say, so just so everyone is aware that, Razor Aggregates is sued the county because we denied their.
I've already sent it to the jury.
Yep, and, in local court here, but they're also taking us to the next level. So we are going to
Southern District, Indiana, federal court.
Federal District of Indiana,
Southern District.
Southern District. So if you wanna look that over, you can, you're more than welcome. Looks like we may be making some trips south. All right. This is-
That's in Terre Haute, right? Or Evans?
They have one that's right now.
Yep. So, all right, old business. Andy?
I don't have any.
No, the other Andy.
No.
Andy.
You gotta, maybe start saying Andy Y, I don't know.
Andy Y, there you go.
Just don't say the last name.
Good, right, absolutely. I appreciate you guys meeting again.
You came last 2 weeks ago?
I did, and you guys asked for a proposal.
Yep,
Looks like
we
you
have
guys
price
kinda have
proposals.
it there. So, and then I brought this as well.
I
know
don't
you guys
have
had
one.
this from the last meeting, because it'll kind of highlight which direction it kind of want to go. So I put together, again, when we talked last meeting, there's two ways that this benefit can be offered to your county employees. It's either the county wants to kind of purchase this as an additional low-end benefit, low-cost benefit, I should say, for your insurance for them already, or if you want them to opt in. One's coming out of the county budget to provide for your employees and their families. The other one is coming from their budget and they're opting in on their own.
On their own accord.
Yes.
Yep, okay.
Still getting the discount while working through the county because we would have an agreement with you guys.
Yep.
But, so that proposal I gave in Indiana, you're not 1 year, 3 year, 5 year. So I put those together based on 150 employees. I know it might differ a little bit, but that's kind of my reference
Okay.
point when we talked last time. So you guys can kind of see where that would stand for you guys.
Okay.
I guess my question would be, moving forward, would you want to do this as an additional benefit that you guys purchase for your employees? Or do you want them to opt in and pick which plan they would like to do?
So, the first thing I'm gonna say is we currently, this week, have budget hearings for next year.
Okay.
So, my opinion is, we do not look at any decisions yet until we go through these budget hearings.
Absolutely.
And, with all the changes the state has made to figure out
When you gotta come in.
exactly where we're at and what we're
Yeah,
doing.
thing for me. We didn't get one.
Oh,
Oh, the other thing.
Which one do you need? I got it.
This, we didn't get one. Me and Tom didn't
Oh my
get
gosh,
one.
right here.
okay.
Would you commissioners then, because that would fit into next year, I understand.
Yep.
The way I see it, I'm sure Kelly's probably saying, when it comes to medical emergencies, we never know what's going to happen.
Correctamundo, absolutely.
So would you guys maybe want to go the direction of, this can be, I would do an enrollment with your employees, and they opt in to what they would like to choose for their families and pay the county back? Would that be an option?
We have gone away from that procedure in this county, correct?
Yes, because we had a whole bunch of different companies with people that was like 1 to 5 people
Yep.
on the policy.
So I think if we do anything, it'd be option 1.
Okay. Can you explain what would happen?
Give him this one, take it, I'll take that one down there.
Years ago,
So this is
we had
gonna
a
go
whole
with her
bunch of
back.
different companies coming to the county, and they would approve all these different benefit plans, and we would have 5 or less employees on all these different plans. There's like 10 or 20 of them, and so we have slowly gotten it down. We still have like 1 or 2 still dangling, waiting for people to end up retiring, and then those plans are done.
I understand. That would be an argument for your standpoint, I understand. So then maybe the option 1 where it would be
Yeah,
funded
yeah.
through the county
Yep.
for their employees, but then we would look for the budget meetings for next.
Yes, yep, so if you want to, holler back at me, I will give you my phone number if you want. Here, I got a pen if you want.
Oh, okay, that works. When would those budgets meeting be next? Well, that's coming this week for next year, right?
Yeah, so,
Okay.
we're, just figure end of September,
Okay.
765-720-2967. Okay, sound good?
Later on this week, and we'll go from there.
Yep.
I appreciate your guys' time, thank you.
Hey,
Thank you.
I appreciate it, sir. Thank you. All right. Old business, Tom? Do you have any old business? Huh? No? Andy?
Mm-mm.
No old business?
No, I can think of.
Jim? Mr. Legal Beagle?
No, sir.
All right, that's awesome.
Yeah, Beyond.
Beyond Homeless, right, yep. So I met with Beyond Homeless just this last week. Found out some interesting things. There is one homeless shelter for women. Beyond Homeless is for women only. There is not a homeless shelter in Montgomery, Park, Clay, or Owen, or Hendricks currently. Hendricks is in the process of building a new one, so they are going to have a homeless shelter for the women. They are building it with no completion date yet set. But, so one of the questions that, for those of you Beyond Homeless, federal cuts, state cuts, they have lost some funding, so they're looking at not being able to make it throughout the year. They have not heard back. They had asked the city and the county whether or not they could provide additional. We already provide $20,000 to them per year. So they have not heard back from the city yet. Things that I did find, and there's a little summary that they give, is one of the questions that Commissioner Beck had asked, was that they had 496 requests for assistance. Assistant means shelter, utilities, and rent. 315 of those were from Putnam County, 181 were out of the county, which means someone from the surrounding county. Now, what I also found out about that, the homeless shelter is into 3 different sections. Basically, a shelter for the homeless. They also have what they call homeless prevention program, which is currently funded by state and federal money. They basically get a grant, or whatever words you want to use for, in this instance right now, there is $50,000 for Putnam County to use. They currently have $30,000 of that left. They were notified last week that the FSA has been notified by the federal government that that program is ending. They're not, the federal, that's one of the Doge and all that cuts. That is something that they are trying to figure out, but that will go away. One of the things I told them they need to, we have opioid, I cannot say that word, money, and that JRAC takes care of that they need to come to that board.
Put the application in.
Put the application in. So I know Tom sits on that for us commissioners. So if I ask you to help me get an application to get to them.
Okay.
All right, so that they can proceed with that. So the other part of it is, the third little part is the thrift store, which doesn't bring in, I had a discussion with them, their thrift store generated, somewhere on the back page here. So far this year, $3,700 is all it's generated. And they have a person that works there that they pay, so it's upside down. So that doesn't, so we had that discussion. But, they asked for assistance. They currently haven't, right now they're looking at, they think they can make it through. They're on two plans. Short-term plan, stay open till the end of the year. Long-term plan, stay open beyond that. As they said in the thing, they currently have used about 30 grand a month is what their total budget is. So what I ask them is they need to divide that out. They need to divide that out from the program, the homeless prevention. So they've got some more work to do before we come back and see what we can do to help them. This is paperwork that they give us for the three. There's 2 copies, one for each of you. So we will circle around and visit back with that, if that works for everyone.
Are they getting any funding from the other counties?
No, and that's one of the, if you look at my notes, is, their thought to that is they have to go to the commissioners and the council for that. And they said, since they had a commissioner sitting in front of me, they asked me if I would go to the other counties and ask. Well, because it's they're just gonna go in front of them as a nobody of who's looking for some cash for homeless for Putnam County. So, and I understand their request. So I'm gonna see what I can do with other counties, because that was my first question. Do any of these other counties give you any money to help? If you're helping people from their county, and the answer is no.
Do they have access, I mean, I know obviously they're homeless, they don't have an address, but the last known address, I mean, do we know?
So anytime anybody comes for assistance, they automatically take their card, or not their card, their identification. And then that, they put in there, that gives them the city they're from or address, or as long as it's correct on that card.
Sure. So
Okay.
if you were gonna go make a request, it would be
I would want,
beneficial.
and that's
to
what I
have
told
that.
them, I need data.
Yeah.
I need to figure out where these, if 80% of them's coming from Hendricks, or Montgomery, or Clay, or whatever the county is, so. So anyway, that's where I'm at on that. Did some research, had a couple of 2.5-hour
So
meeting.
you said Owen Park, Hendricks, Putnam, Montgomery, and Clay County?
Everyone that touches us, nobody has a homeless, nobody. Nope. And I've asked some other commissioners throughout the state, and there's very few throughout the state. There really is. Very few counties have them. So. Huh? No, we have nothing for men, no. The only thing we have for men is, do they let them come take showers sometime? They let them come and take showers. But they can be there during the day when there's people, no, and then they have to, and then in the heat and the winter, they do open, they have one room they open up that's separate from the women and the children, that they let people come in and get warm or get cool for a little bit, so. All right, it definitely serves a purpose, we gotta figure out. Let's talk annex. We had an annex meeting last week. We are getting closer and closer to our numbers. We started out, they call it value engineering. I don't know what that means, but that's the term, value engineering. So in reality, the actual building of the annex is down around $12.5 million. Add in all costs of contingencies, the whole 9 yards, we're still at like 15.9. So we still have work to do, but we're getting closer. We've cut money here and there, and we haven't cut any square feet out. So we originally started, we cut 2,000 square feet out. Yep, so, all right. So that's where that's at for right now. Still
Got rid
working
of
on
the
it.
$40,000 desk.
That was the first cut, per Commissioner Beck. Oh, shoot. Anything else?
Board of Health, where you at on that?
Board of Health, we are, thank you. Board of Health, 2 buildings, north versus the south. 4 appraisals are out, 3 are back. We got 1 more to go. I have a meeting this afternoon with the bank to talk about finances, talk about dollar amounts, get interest and everything for the council and the commissioners. So then we can have a joint session to figure out what we're gonna do. Okay? So that's where the Board of Health is at. We also got initial costs back from renovations for the building to the south. Just a ballpark. So I will put all that into a 1-page form, try to make it as simple as we can. And we'll figure that. All right?
So we're gonna set a joint meeting up after we get the
After we get
appraisal.
Yep. We'll all sit down and figure out with the Board of Health also, they'll be invited. So, anybody in the audience have anything to add? Yes, sir.
If possible, I'd just like to introduce myself to the commissioners for the county. My name is Nathan Marshall. I'll be serving as the new program manager for Hamilton Center here in Putnam County. So I just wanted to introduce myself.
All right. Well, welcome. Thank you very much for doing that. Appreciate that, sir. So, pretty exciting stuff here, huh?
Yes.
Jeez. Anybody else? Motion to adjourn? I don't think I forgot anything. Did we? Nope, too late now. Hey, everybody have a great week.
Oh, never mind.
Uh-oh, Andy, what you got?
Nothing.